time for us to head up to the northwest of England, to Manor House Stables. That's where Tom Dascombe trains from, and over the last few years this stable has seen a lot of changes.
We've built a lot here since I've been here. Built a new gallop, new driveway, swimming pool, you know, horse walkers, paddocks, bought a spa. We've done quite a bit.
It takes an awful lot of work to do that, and I guess quite a lot of time and planning and trying to train horses at the same time. That must have been pretty tough.
Well, I mean, for the first 3 years I think we were always, you know, digging holes and filling them back up again. You know, it's taken a while, but we're getting there now, you know. And
having the gallop here is essential, isn't it? I mean, because you're just on your own. It's an isolated yard in that respect. Having the gallop as you do, absolutely essential.
Absolutely. You know, we're very lucky. We've got a nice gallop. We've got our own full-time vet, our own veterinary facility. The only thing that we can't do here is a general anaesthetic operation. So, you know, we're pretty, you know, self-catering.
Yeah, and I guess you would need to be, from, as you say, where you are. You were working in Lambo before, which is a totally different world, isn't it? With so many gallops, so many trainers around, camaraderie. It's totally different here.
Absolutely, and it's one thing I've found, you know, when I was training in Lambo, we didn't have to worry about the gallops because they were always prepared for us by professionals. Now I come here and they're asking me how I want it, you know, how I want the gallop to be. Well, I think inevitably we made mistakes as we've gone along, but hopefully, you know, we're getting the right side of it now. You know, the gallop's riding the best it's ever done. The horses are injury-free more than ever before. Obviously the swimming pool's been a massive help in that, and we're having more runners and more winners than ever before, so it's good.
And the swimming pool, how often would a horse go into that? Would it be once a week, more than that?
It depends. We swim about 40 horses a day, which is about half the yard. So some will be swimming every day, some will swim for a day off. It depends whether it's for fitness or recuperation. You know, why you swim them depends on how many times they go around in a circle.
Mm-hmm. And would it also depend, like if they came back from a meeting, would the next day, would they automatically go in the pool to kind of just chill out, relax and calm down a little?
Yeah, when they get back from the races, we'll often just put them in the pool for a lap. You know, it's a bit like a cold bath, isn't it? You know, just ice bath.
When you had the gallops originally here, as you said, you had a new drive, new gallops put in. The gallops weren't uphill; they were almost downhill, I guess, and not as long as they are now. Didn't stretch as far. Did you notice straight away once the uphill gallop came in that your horses were getting fitter, or did you notice that you were able to get more winners because of that?
We certainly had to go less fast in their exercise to achieve the fitness. I mean, you know, it's something that you know, we've had to just get on with, and you know, I mean, I'm thrilled with the way that it is now.
Yeah. When you left Lambourne, obviously it's quite a long way away. We've got to be 200 miles, I guess, give or take. It's quite an upheaval with all the family and some of your staff members as well. How was it in the beginning? I remember speaking to you, I think at Ascot, and things where the winners weren't coming early on. For trainers, that must be quite a frustrating time because every trainer wants to win.
Yeah, I mean, it was a difficult transition, but the longer we've been here, the happier we are.
Yeah, and training here, was it a totally different ratio, or the way you know, the scheme and things that you trained when you were in Lambourne as a trainer there?
Yeah, absolutely. It's everything's very different here. The environment, we've changed. We've had to try and find something that suits the area, whether it's the feed, whether it's the amount of road work. Everything is different, and you have to adapt. I think that's the same. I found the same when I travelled horses from the Cock from England to Dubai, or Dubai to South Africa. You have to adapt to your local surroundings and try and you can't just keep galloping the same as you do in one place to another.
You mentioned Mike de Kock, absolutely top South African based trainer. Just tell me about the time with him, working for him in Dubai itself. It must have been very exciting, and you must have learnt an awful lot.
Yeah, I mean, not only is Mike one of the world's best trainers, he's also one of the best blokes. It was an absolute pleasure to work for him. I learnt an awful lot, and it was nice to work with some really top quality horses. And you know, I mean, I've certainly just recommended another guy to go and work for him if he can get a job there, because it's a great place, a great grounding, you know.
Of course, he's not always over there in Dubai, and as you were, it's quite a lot of responsibility goes with that kind of job.
Yeah, he puts, you know, he gives you the responsibility, but he doesn't give you any pressure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you try and sort of do that with my staff here now.
Of course, Andrew Black, Michael Owen, the big guys behind Manor House, but it's not only them that own the horses here. You've been trying to get new owners in, syndicates, your own racing club, etc. How tough has that been when people kind of automatically imagine that it's just, you know, going to be Andrew and Michael?
Yeah, I mean, they shouldn't, because I mean the majority of owners here came with me from Lambourn. I think Michael owns one horse in the yard outright, has an involvement in about another half dozen. Andrew Black probably has about 10 that he's bred here. So the other 80 horses will come from somewhere. Right. You know, it's an illusion that we train for footballers and Michael Owen only. No, most of our owners, you know, came with me from Lambourn, and luckily they've stuck with me.
That's really nice. It's a great recommendation for you.
Well, we've moved quite a long way from a lot of them.
Exactly,
a lot of them lived in the south, or live in the south, in London. But it's very accessible here. You know, it's 2 hours from central London on train. And obviously, you know, there are a lot of owners now that are local as well. So, you know, it's great.
What also has been great is one of the horses has been flying the flag around the globe, Brown Panther.
Yeah, he's been a superstar, you know, from winning first time out at Southwell as a 2-year-old to winning at Royal Ascot as a 3-year-old. You know, he's been a real flagship for the yard. You know, Goodwood Cup, taking part in the Melbourne Cup. Unfortunately, we took him out to Dubai, but we never actually got to run him. He picked up a slight injury there, so we just had to leave him alone.
And the fact that he is homebred, one of Michael Owen's homebred, does that put more pressure on you? Did that put more pressure on you? Or you're very calm and collected, just say, it's just another horse, we're just going to do the best for it?
Yeah, not at all. I mean, when I came to Manor House Stables, I think Brown Panther was about the 5th foal, and the first 4 had sort of, you know, won a little race here and perhaps won over hurdles, so there was no real expectation. When I told Michael at the beginning of his 3-year-old career that he'd definitely win at Royal Ascot, I think he thought I was mad. But, you know, he always showed a lot of ability. What
holds the season for him this year going forward? Melbourne Cup, is that, what kind of plans have you set?
I mean, he just didn't stay in the Ascot Gold Cup. I thought he came there to win his race 2 out and just didn't get home. So, I mean, we know he stays 2 miles. Later on, the Irish St Ledger's option, you know, the pre-Royal Oak, and obviously the Melbourne Cup. So we'll just see.
And would that still be the ultimate target towards the end of the year to go back to Australia?
Not necessarily. You have to say to yourself, you know, what weight's he going to carry? Can he win it this year? He finished 8th last year. It's a long way to go if he can't win.
Yeah. And the race is unbelievably hard to win, isn't it? It really is.
Yeah, but it is a phenomenal event. We had a great time last year, and it just didn't work out for us on the day.
And when we return next week, we'll be going on the Gallops with Tom Dascombe.